Hello, I'm Elisabeth Martin, a faculty in biology, and I'm representing two of my colleagues today. The first letter is from Dr. Jenny Staben in English, and she writes, "Dear members of the Board of the College of Lake County, this letter comes to express my dismay at the decision not to grant Suzanne Leibman emeritus status, a decision that negatively affects the college community, the adult education division, and most importantly, current and future students. I cannot deliver this message in person because I'm doing individual conferences out of class time with my developmental students this week, helping them to make the last push towards completing their final essays and research projects. Ironically, this is one of the many lessons I have learned from Suzanne, the importance of one-on-one interaction with students. My first teaching experiences were in the adult education ESL department back in the 1992-93 academic year, and Suzanne both mentored me as I taught my first beginning ESL class at Waukegan High School and gave me the opportunity to co-teach with her my second semester. Before I knew the term communicative method, I saw it in action as Suzanne created interesting and active opportunities for students to learn and practice the English they needed to integrate and thrive in the communities in which they lived. More importantly, she made her students feel comfortable and safe and valued. I learned the power of scaffolding as we helped a young single mother with limited English craft an essay about her daughter that went on to earn an award at the ESL essay contest that year and made everyone in the audience cry. I also learned the power of giving students the language they needed to express feelings, to complete academic tasks, but also to advocate for themselves. The teaching and learning experiences I had with Suzanne that year were fundamental to my decision to focus on TESOL as well as composition in my doctoral work and my desire to work with second language learners in any context. These, in turn, have been skills and interests that I have utilized frequently in my role as a full-time English faculty member and faculty coordinator of the Writing Center at the College of Lake County since 2001. This is just one example of what I would call Suzanne's ripple effect. The things she does in the classroom, in professional development sessions, and on college committees have far-reaching effects. I have heard many adjunct and full-time faculty discuss how, either informally or through the PDC, they learned a strategy or a technique or borrowed an idea for an activity from Suzanne, and that continues to today, several years after Suzanne has, quote, retired. Every couple of semesters, I'm lucky enough to have some of Suzanne's former students in my English classes. They are often students who have had a long academic road to travel from adult education to the college credit side of the house, but Suzanne gave them the confidence and the skills to tackle that journey, whether they met her in low-level ESL classes or in the academic intensive program. Since I joined the college, Suzanne has been a tireless advocate for the Lakeshore campus and the students it serves, raising awareness on committees and in other meetings. Finally, Suzanne has been a guest speaker in my tutor development course every fall since 2001, and along with a representative from the ELI department have helped my writing coaches learn how to work with multilingual writers, but also to understand the range of language classes English language learners can take and why both paths, academic and adult education, are necessary to reach the widest range of Lake County community members. The College of Lake County states that its mission is to provide high-quality, accessible learning opportunities to advance student success and strengthen the diverse communities we serve, and also outlines a series of values that the college considers fundamental to fulfilling that mission. As I read this document, I see so many examples of how Suzanne embodies these values of learning, integrity, quality, service, accountability, and diversity, both as a full-time faculty member and now as a retired but active member of the Adult Education ESL department. It is for all of these reasons that I am so disappointed in and confused by the decision made to deny Suzanne emeritus status. It seems hypocritical that the college should stress this list of values on paper but not in practice. Suzanne Leibman furthers these values in all she does, and she is one of the most engaged, committed members of the college community that I know, retired or fully employed. I hope that the administration will reflect on the college's overall mission and values and reverse this decision. So that's from Jenny Staben. And then the second is from Adena Staben. To the Board of Trustees of the College of Lake County, for 16 years I had the great good fortune to be Suzanne Leibman's colleague in the adult education department. We shared an office, taught in adjacent classrooms, worked together on many curriculum projects, often co-taught the intensive academic English as a second language classes, and spent innumerable hours brainstorming lessons, materials, and strategies. I can say without hesitation that Suzanne is the most generous colleague, the most inspiring example, the hardest working professional, the most beloved teacher I've ever had the privilege to know or to imagine. Depriving Suzanne of emeritus status is frighteningly disrespectful of her many years of service, and also incredibly short-sighted, for it deprives the College of Lake County of an outstanding teacher who has continued even after retirement to enrich this institution with her talents and expertise. Suzanne's teaching ability is legendary. Her students love and have benefited immeasurably from her enthusiasm, her patience, her perceptiveness, her deep theoretical knowledge, and her ability to make difficult things easy to learn. As a full-time instructor, Suzanne's office door was always open, and she saw students for many, many more hours than the requisite 10 hours per week. I can attest to that. And after leaving Suzanne's class or exiting the ESL classes for other college classes, students continue to return to ask her advice and to benefit from her help and encouragement. Suzanne taught every level of ESL during her years at CLC, but that wasn't all. When an ESL teacher was needed to partner with the horticulture department to develop vocational ESL, Suzanne volunteered for the job, donned big rubber boots to go out in the field with the students and instructor, learned what the students learned, and created specialized materials. When the automotive department had the same request, Suzanne spent many, many hours in the classroom and outside, learning about car engines and brakes and suspensions, resulting in a curriculum and materials for this department as well. For several years, CLC loaned Suzanne to McDonald's Corporation to develop very specialized distance learning ESL classes for limited English proficient employees who had managerial talents. Suzanne never shrank from any challenge and consistently produced quality materials and strategies. As those cross-discipline experiences enlarged our department's knowledge of what students needed to learn and helped us become more efficient instructors. I'm sure that others will speak of Suzanne's virtue as a colleague. Let me just say that Suzanne was incredibly, unstintingly generous with her time, with her considerable expertise, with her materials, and with her energy. The example of her work ethic inspired all of us to give more of ourselves to our students and to our profession. And Suzanne's influence was widespread, much wider than most people at the college knew. She held positions of great responsibility in the international professional organization TESOL. She worked tirelessly, including one term as president in the state professional organization, the Illinois TESOL and Bilingual Educational Organization. She participated in many national task forces and research projects. She consulted with the Illinois State Board of Education on matters of working with limited English speakers. This work, all unpaid of course, brought prestige to the College of Lake County and gave Suzanne a wide national perspective on the problems of serving the limited English proficient population that she shared with her colleagues. She was invaluable. I've seen firsthand the contributions that Suzanne has made to the Adult Education Department, to the College of Lake County, to the profession of ESL teaching. Therefore, it is inconceivable to me that the college has chosen not to renew Suzanne Leibman's emeritus status. I entreat the board to reconsider this decision, to acknowledge the outstanding work of an inspired teacher, and to give the CLC community the gift of Suzanne's presence for as many years as she would like to continue teaching. And may it be many, many more years. From Adena Staben, a part-time ESL faculty for 6 years, full-time for 27 years, and now retired. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I want everyone who came here to speak to have an opportunity to speak, but if you do have a lengthy written letter, would you please give us the main points of that and give the lengthy written letter to Mary Beth, and she can put it all, distribute it to all of us so that we don't have to keep reading. I know this is an important issue for everyone, but I don't want to just have you keep reiterating the same things over and over and over again where we get to the point where people decide they want to start leaving. So I would appreciate it in the interest of time if you would try and consider that.
Hello, my name is Oge Karzai, and I don't have a long letter, so it's a good timing, I guess. I know Suzanne Leibman for many, many years. He was my ESL teacher at my second semester here at CLC. And where I am today, I all owe it to Suzanne Leibman. He helped me a lot. He was an excellent teacher. He was very understanding, very kind. He would go always beyond his teaching duty, and he would help her students with whatever help they needed. He would always help us to go to the library, get us familiarized with the CLC as a college, and if we needed to check out books or anything else around the college, she was always there to help us out, and her door was always open. I think her continuous teaching here at CLC would be a great help and very beneficial to all the students, ESL students, and also it will be a great value to ESL program here at CLC. Thank you.
Thank you.